Can you all hear me well? Okay, then start. So the topic is numerical analysis. Here the first topic is called error. So what is error? Error means suppose we are dealing with some data and there is the supplied data which take part in our calculation or in our procedure, there might be some difficulty or some error presented already. So this type of error is called inherent error. These are already presented in the supplied data. We can't change it. And the next type of error, this is called truncation error. This type of errors occur during the procedure. Suppose most of the procedures are the repeating procedure, like we just check the previous step and then we assume the next step will look like this. So this is an infinite loop, process 1, process 2, step 3, step 4, 5 and so on. But we can't do that all through the infinite number of times. We have to terminate it after a finite number of steps. So whenever we are terminating an infinite process into a finite one, then some error occurred. These errors are called truncation error. So there are total two type of errors, inherent error and truncation error. Inherent error is which is already presented in the given data, and truncation error is which error we get throughout the process. Just one example could be to stop or to terminate an infinite process into a finite one. This type of errors. So the next topic is exact and approximate number. There are two types of numbers. What are exact number? Exact number means those numbers like 5, 1/3, 2/7. These have their fixed value. 5 is always fixed. 5 always take the value 5, not anything else. 1/3 always take the value 1/3. 2/7 always take the value 2/7. These are fixed always. So these type of numbers are called exact numbers. And approximate numbers are called like √3 or pi. √3 has the value, we use the value 1.732. But there are also many other terms also, and which is an infinite number of digits occurred there. After 1.732 there are an infinite number of digits occurred there, but we don't use that. We only take this part for up to third decimal places. We only take total 4 values, which is 1.732. So this type of numbers are called approximate number. This is why we write √3 is equivalent to 1.732, not equal to. We cannot say √3 is exact equal to 1.732. These are equivalent. We are approximating them. Similarly, pi has also the same thing, 3.14. We use that value, but after there is an infinite number of digits in the exact value of pi. So this type of numbers, they are called approximate numbers. Next one is significant figure. Significant figure or significant digit. So the figures which are used in representing a number, they are called significant figures. Like 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, 0, all are significant figures. But there are some rule to find out significant figure or significant digit in a number. Suppose, so the rules are, number 1, all non-zero digits are significant. In a number, all non-zero digits are significant. Next rule is all zeros occurring between two non-zero digits. Occurring between two non-zero digits, they are also significant. Number 3 is trailing zeros. Trailing zeros following a decimal point. Following a decimal point are significant. This is useful for the decimal number system. And number 4 is zeros between the decimal point, zeros between the decimal point and the preceding the first non-zero digits, the first non-zero digits are not significant. So these are the 4 rules to find the significant digits in a number. Now I am giving some examples, then it will be clear. Suppose the first number we are taking 2.123. Here all these are 4 non-zero digits. There are total 4 non-zero digits, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the number of significant digit is equals to 4. In this number of significant digit is equals to 4. Similarly, if we take the number 12.6827, there are how many significant digits are there? 6. There are total 6 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So number of significant digit is 6. Next, considering another number 0.00256. 0.00256. Now there, this is decimal point, and the decimal point, after decimal point there are 2 zero elements, and before that there is no non-zero element. So these 3 zeros are not counting in the significant digit. The only significant digit here are these 3. So 1, 2, 3, these are the 2, 5, 6, these are only 3 significant digits. Okay. Next, considering 0.0102. How many significant digits are there? 3, because this 0 won't be count as there is no other non-zero quantity before the decimal point. So these 3 are the significant figures. Next, 1.0002. How many are there? 5. This and this. These are the zeros. They are also after decimal, but they are bounded by 2 non-zero quantities, 1 and 2. So we have to count all these. So there are total 5 significant digits. Okay. This is how we get the number of significant digits in a number. Next one is round off. You all are familiar with round off. How to do round off, you all know. Just a similar procedure. Whenever, suppose you have given one decimal point, and then you said that round it off up to 5 significant figure or 5 decimal figure. Now you know what is significant digit, and decimal digit means after the point, after the decimal point. Suppose I am saying 1.23. That means it has 2 decimal points, because after that decimal point there are 2 digits, so it has 2 decimal points. Now what is round off? Round off means you have to find out up to 2 decimal places or up to 3 decimal places. And how to do that? Suppose you have asked to find out the nth decimal places. Then you have to do, you have asked to find the nth decimal places. And I am taking one example. Suppose this one, 24.564986, and you have given to make it up to 4 decimal places. Correct it up to 4 decimal places. Correct this number up to 4 decimal places. Then what you have to do? Count 4 decimal places. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one. Now check the 5th decimal place, which is 8. Now whenever it is 5 or greater than 5, then you have to add 1 with this number. and if it is less than 5, keep it unchanged. So the rule is, if this one, the n plus 1th digit is less than 5, then keep it unchanged. And if it is greater than 5 or greater or equal to 5, then keep the digit unchanged if it's an even number. If it's an even number, then keep it unchanged. And if it's an odd number, then add 1 with it. Then add 1 with it. Okay. So now take this example. These are 4 decimal places. We are putting a barrier over there and checking the n plus 1th digit. It is 8. Obviously this is greater than 5. And it is an odd number. 9 is an odd number. Then what we have to do? We have to add plus 1 with this. So the 4th decimal digit, correct decimal digit, it will become 24.56. Then with 49, if you add 1, it will become 50. So the correct 4 decimal place is this, 24.5650. Okay. Now moving to the next example, 27.483554. Correct it up to 6 significant figures. 6 significant figures, okay? Remember this, not decimal places, 6 significant figures. How will we do that? We have to count 6 significant figures in that number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have to keep up to this. Now check the next one. This is 5. And this quantity is an odd one. So we have to add 1 with that quantity. So it will become 27.4836. This is the required answer. Okay. Next one, next example, 30.034653. This is also make it correct up to 6 significant figure. Tell me what will be the answer. What will be the answer of correct up to 6 significant figure? Three 0.0346. Yes, 6 significant figure means like this. Now it is 5, so we have to check this one. This is odd, so no need to add anything. Sorry, this is even, so no need to add anything. Keep it unchanged. So this will be the required answer. Next one is one more, 21.565345. The same things up to 6 significant figure. Find it. Before the point, yes, up for counting significant figure, you have to consider this one. For decimal figure, you need to count which are right hand side of the decimal point. 2.5653. Yes, the answer is 21.5653 because this is the position of 6 significant figure and the next one is 4 which is less than 5. So we can keep it unchanged. So the result is this one. Okay. Next, moving to error. Now we have already discussed about two type of error, inherent error and truncation error, and we divided the type of errors in order their occurrence, like they are already presented in the data or we made some misconception to get that error. But now here we are defining or dividing the errors into three more another types. These are called, number one, absolute error. Number one is called absolute error and it is denoted by E, then in suffix small a, and it is equals modulus value of Vt minus Va. Now what is Vt and what is Va? Vt is the true value of the number, true value of the number, and Va is the approximate value of the number. Like root 3 is the true value and 1.732 dot dot dot, these are the approximate value. Okay, so absolute error is the difference between the true value and the approximate value and it is generally denoted by EA. Next one is relative error. Next one is relative error and it is denoted by ER. ER, and it is defined as EA by VT. That means the difference between the true value and the approximate value whole divided by the true value. This is denoted as relative error and defined denoted by E small r. And the third one is relative percentage error. Relative percentage error. And it is denoted by EP and defined as ER into 100. ER you already know, ER means relative error, that is VT minus VA by VT into 100. Okay, so we divide the errors into three types. Absolute error, which is denoted by EA and defined by the difference between true value and approximate value. Next one is relative error denoted by ER and it is defined by EA by the true value. And the third one is relative percentage error, which is denoted by EP and defined by ER into 100. Okay, now I am giving you few examples. I am giving you the true value and the approximate value. No, I only give the true value. You have to find out the approximate value. Then you have to find out all these three errors. Okay. So the first example is write down the approximate representation. Write down the approximate representation of 2 by 3 correct to 4 significant figures. Correct to 4 significant figures. And find EA, ER, EP. Write down the approximate representation of 2 by 3 correct to 4 significant figures and find EA, ER, EP. So at first we have to find out the approximate value of 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is an exact number. So this is our VT. So here VT, that means the true value of the number is 2 by 3. We have to find out the approximate value, that is VA. For that reason we are just simply dividing this like this. So how will you do that? This is 2 and this is 3. So we need to take one decimal point here, just like the division procedure, and take 1 0 here. So 3 into 6, 18, then 2. Again from that decimal point we will get 1 0, again 6, 18, again 2, 0, 6, 18, 2, and so on, right? So this absolute value, the approximate value VA will be 0.6666 and so on. It will look like this. But we need to take up to only 4 significant figures. So what will we write? This equals, what will be the 4 significant figures exact value, approximate value? Yes, 0.6667. This is our number. We need to make it correct up to 4 significant figure. So starting with here, 1, 2, 3, 4, that means like this. Now this is 6, which is greater than 5. That means we need to add 1 with this number. So it will become 0.6667. So this is our approximate value of 2 by 3. This is VA. And V. No. Then we can keep it unchanged. Okay. So VA is 0.6667 and VT is 2 by 3. Now start finding all the errors. Absolute error EA. This is VT minus VA. So it will become 2 by 3 minus 0.6667. Find out its value. You can use the calculator. Zero point 0.00, let's check. Yes, 3. I'm taking it up to this. So this is the answer. This is our absolute value. Sorry, absolute error, EA. You can take the next 3 more digits also. I'm taking only up to 2 decimal digits. Next one is ER. This will be minus which one? Absolute error? No, for you check in the definition of absolute error, we use this mod sign. So whatever is minus will ultimately become the positive. Okay. Next one is ER. ER means EA by VT. So this is our EA and Vt was 2 by 3. Now find it. Okay, 0.0000495. Okay, if you want to, you can make it up to 1 decimal places or 2 decimal places correct. If we want to make it like this, here, to make it up to this decimal places correction, what will we write? You can keep this like this also, this is also correct. But if we want to make it this one significant figure correct, then what will we write? Yes, 0.00005, because this one is greater than 5 and this is even. So this one is also correct, this is also correct. Whichever you want, you can keep it. And the next one is EP. Find it. ER into 100. 0.00495 or 0.005. Yes, both are correct. This one, this is the percentage, or 0.005 percentage. Both are correct. This is corrected up to 1 significant figure and this is corrected up to 3 significant figure. Okay, so this is how we find out the errors. Next, we have 2 standard theorems. We will just only state the theorem and apply it to get the problem solved. So theory number 1 is, in a numerical computation correct to n significant figures, the absolute error is less or equal to half a unit in the nth place. And if a number be rounded off to m decimal places, then the absolute error will be less or equal to half into 10 to the power minus m. It is, if a number be rounded off to m decimal places, then EA will be less or equal to half into 10 to the power minus m. EA means absolute error, will be less or equal to half into 10 to the power minus m when the number is rounded off to m decimal places. Okay, remember the difference between decimal places and significant figure. Okay, so this is the statement of the theory. We will use it in the problem solving. And number 2 is, if a number be rounded to n correct significant figures, then the relative error is less or equal to, if a number be rounded to n correct significant figures, then the relative error ER is less than 1 by k into 10 to the power n minus 1. 1 by k into 10 to the power n minus 1, where k is the first significant figure. Where k is the first significant figure. So the second theorem states that if a number be rounded to n correct significant figure, okay, not decimal places. The previous one was using decimal places. Remember the difference. So it is correct up to n significant figure, then ER, which is the relative error, should be less than 1 by k into 10 to the power n minus 1. Where what is k? K is the first significant figure of that number. That is the first significant digit in that number. Now using these two theorems, we will solve more problems. Write down the next one. Example number 2. Find the number of significant figures. Find the numbers of significant figures in number 1, VA equals 11.2461, given that its absolute error is 0.25 into 10 to the power minus 2. EA equals 0.25 into 10 to the power minus 2. And number 2 is VT equals 1.5923, given that its relative error ER is equals to 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 3. VT means VT is the true value of the number. True value and approximate value, I said earlier, that was this VT. VT means the true value and VA means the approximate value. Now we have to find out these two. Find the numbers of significant figure in, if we choose the first one, here VA is given, which is this. And the EA is also given, which is this. Now we can apply the first theorem. What was the first theorem? It states that EA is always less or equal to half into 10 to the power minus m, right? So we know that EA less or equal to half into 10 to the power minus m, where m is the correct decimal places. mth places, correct decimal places. Now here given EA equals 0.25 into 10 to the power minus 2, right? Now 0.25 means 1 by 4 into 10 to the power minus 2. We can write it, this is less than half into 10 to the power minus 2. Okay. Now comparing this one and this one, what will be the value of m? It will be m equals 2. So by applying the previous theorem, we can claim the number is correct up to 2 decimal places. Correct up to 2 decimal places. Now by checking the value of VA, tell me the number is correct up to which significant figure? We got it is correct up to 2 decimal places. In the question we have asked to find the number of correct significant figures. So how many significant figures are there in that given number VA? 6 significant figure. Okay. And others? All of you are thinking 7. Okay. And then we have given that we have found that this is correct up to 2 decimal places. What are the decimal numbers here? Decimal number means those are on the right hand side of the decimal point. This is our decimal point. Right hand side, these are 2, 4, 6, 1. These are called decimal numbers. Now this is correct up to 2 decimal places. That is 1, 2. This one. This part is correct according to our calculation. So how many significant figures are there in that part? 4. Yes, there are total 4 significant figures in that part, in the correct part. So the answer is, it is correct up to 4 significant figures. Okay. This is how we have to check, that is how many decimal places are correct, how many significant figures are correct. Okay. Moving to the next example. Next one is given as this. Vt is given, that is the true value. Vt is given this one, and also given Er is this. Now from Er we can easily find out Ea. So let's find it. Then we can apply the theorem. So Er equals 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 3. So Ea will be Vt into Er, just from the definition of Er. So it will be 1.5923 into 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 3. Now multiply this 2 and find it. Keep that 10 to the power minus 3 unchanged. 15923. Okay. Now we can write it. If we want to make it up to 1 decimal place correct, then what will we write? We can write it 0.2 equivalent to 0.2 into 10 to the power minus 3, right? Now our target is to find out is to make it less than 1 by 2 into 10 to the power minus m, right? So 0.2 is not less than 1 by 2. So in that step we cannot write this. For that reason, what we are doing, we are writing it as 0.02. Then what we have to do, we have to add 10 with it. We have to multiply 10 with it. That means we can write it as 0.02 into 10 to the power minus 2. This one, just adding 10 with it, multiplying 10 with it. Now this quantity is obviously less than 1 by 2 or 0.05 into 10 to the power minus 2. So from there we can write this is correct up to m decimal places. That means 2 decimal places. So this is correct up to 2 decimal places. Now if the number is correct up to 2 decimal places, how many significant figures are there? This one. How many significant figures are correct here? 3. Yes. 2 decimal place, that means this and this. So there are total 3 significant figures. This is the answer. Now moving to the next example. Example 3. Find the number of significant figures. Find the number of significant figures in VA with respect to VT. With respect to VT, where VA equals 0.05411 and VT equals 0.05418. Find the number of significant figures in VA with respect to VT, where VA and VT are given. Now find it the absolute error, because this is the theorem we can use. EA, find it out. Apply the rule of EA and get the value. VT is 0.05418. 0.05418. Let me check. Yes, EA equals 0.00007. Correct. Now we can write it as, there are total 4 zeros, 4 decimal zeros. We can write it as 0.7 into 10 to the power minus 4. Right? Now this quantity, we need to make it EA less than half into 10 to the power minus m. But this quantity is not less than half. We need to minimize it. So we need to reduce it. So we can write it as 0.07 into 10, that is into 10 to the power minus 3. Okay. Now this quantity is less than half now. So this is less than half into 10 to the power minus 3. So by applying the previous theorem, we can say the number is correct up to m decimal places, where m equals 3. So the number is correct up to m decimal places. Sorry, not m equals 3, so 3 decimal places. Now tell me how many significant figures are there? By checking VA 2. Yes, by checking VA, we can, what was our VA? VA was 0.05411, and it is saying that it has 3 decimal places correct up to. So 1, 2, 3, this. Now from this part, there are only 2 significant figures, this 5 and 4. So this is correct up to 2 significant figures. Okay. Now from your copy, open the first example we have solved today. that is write down the approximate representation of 2 by 3 and calculate all the errors EA, EP, ER, that example. Open it. We will apply these two theorems on that example. Okay, so I'm writing the data, all the data from the example. The data was VT, that is the true value, was 2 by 3. VA, that is the approximate value corrected up to 4 significant figure, was 0.6667, and our EA was 0.000033. ER was 0.00005. Some of you may have taken 495. This is also correct. Then EP. EP, what was our EP? That was 0.005 percentage. Now by applying the theorem EA less than half into 10 to the power minus m. Now check it. Now check this theorem is applicable on that example or not. That means the number is corrected up to m decimal places or not. What was our EA? EA was 0.000033. Can we write it as, now check this one, half into 10 to the power minus m. This is correct up to 4 decimal places, right? From VT or from VA, we can check this is correct up to 4 decimal places. So the value of m is 4 here. That is, if you put m equals 4, what will you get? Half into 10 to the power minus 4. That means 0.00005. Now check, this quantity is always less than this quantity. That means EA is less than 0.00005, which is equal to half into 10 to the power minus 4. The value of m is 4 here, and the given approximate value is also correct up to 4 decimal places. That means the theorem, which is EA less than half into 10 to the power minus m, is successfully verified for this example. Similarly, check for ER, that is the second theorem, is applicable for that example or not. That is, ER is less than 1 by k into 10 to the power n minus 1 or not. Check it. You know what is k, what is n? K means the first significant digit. Tell me what's the value of k. And n is correction up to n significant figure. So tell me n also. From VA, find out k and n. What is our VA? VA is 0.6667, right? What is the first significant digit in that number? 6, this one. So K will be 6 in the theorem, and N means the number of correct significant figure. How many correct significant figure are there? 4. These 4 are the significant figures, so N will be equal to 4. Now put that value, 1 by 6 into 10 to the power 4 minus 1, that is 3. So it will become 1 by 6, 1 to 3, that is 0.001 by 6. That means 0.00166, right? Now check ER is less than this quantity or not. We have already calculated ER. ER was 0.00005. Now this quantity, if we make it correct up to 2 decimal places, then what we can write? This is equivalent to like this. Then we can write 0.0017, which is obviously less than 0.0017 because it's 5 and it's 17. That means the theorem, second theorem, is also verified for this example. ER is less than 1 by K into 10 to the power n minus 1. Okay. Moving to the next example. I hope all of you have copied it. Next example, write down. If y equals 4x to the power 6 minus 5x, if y equals 4x to the power 6 minus 5x, find the percentage error in y at x equals 1, comma, if the error in x equals 0.04. If y equals 4x to the power 6 minus 5x, find the percentage error in y at x equals 1 if the error in x is equals 0.04. That is, the percentage error in x is given. Okay, you have to find out the percentage error in y, where the relation between x and y is also given. So starting with that relation, y equals 4x to the power 6 minus 5x. Here we will use that relation is that delta y. Delta y means error in y. This is equivalent to dy dx into error in x. We will use that formula. Okay. Error in y is equivalent to the derivative of y with respect to x into the error in x. Now find out the derivative dy dx. x to the power 5 minus 5, yes. So delta y equals this into delta x, that means error in x. We have given the we are given this error in x, which is 0.04 in the question. So putting it, now we have to find out the value of error at x equals 1. So at x equals 1, put the value, instead of x put 1. So delta y equals 24 minus 5 into 0.04. Now find its value. .76. Yes, this is the error in y. Now we have to find out the percentage error in y. How will we do that? The percentage error is just like the process we find out percentage of marks. That is how many marks do you much you get divided by the whole marks into 100. So similarly the percentage error will also be the same thing. The error divided by the whole quantity, its mod value into 100. Okay. Now put the value. Delta y we already calculated 0.76, and then y, what will be the value of y if we put x equals 1? Check it from right hand side. Y equals 4x to 6 minus 5x. Yes, 1, actually not 1, minus 1, right? If we put x equals 1, then y becomes minus 1, but if you put it under mod, it will eventually become 1. So we have to take 1 ultimately, though the value is minus 1. So 1 into that 100. So it will become 76%. This is the required answer. Next the last example for today. Write down, if delta x equals 0.005, delta x equals 0.005 and delta y equals 0.001, be the absolute errors in x equals 2.11, and y equals 4.15. Then find the relative error in computation of x plus y. In computation of x plus y. I'm repeating the question. If delta x equals 0.005 and delta y equals 0.001, be the absolute errors in x equals 2.11 and y equals 4.15, then find the relative error in computation of x plus y. That means whenever we are computing x plus y with the given data, what will be the relative error? We just have to find that. Okay. And how to find the relative error for a particular thing? We have to find the relative error in x plus y. That means relative error means the error by the actual value. So the error will be denoted by delta, that is delta of x plus y by x plus y. Right? This will be our actual answer, the relative error in computation of x plus y. Now delta of x plus y means delta x plus delta y by x plus y. Now put it, the value, you know all the values. Delta x is given 0.005, delta y is given 0.001, and x plus y is also given 2.11, 4.15. Find the answer. 0.96 into 10 to the power minus 3. Yeah. This is the required answer. You can keep it like this, or you can put the 0 between the decimal places, then correct it up to a significant figure, or can keep it like this also. This is also correct. Okay, so this is how we find out few types of errors from numerical analysis calculations. This is it for today. And is that time okay with all of you? 4 p.m. Then we can continue from next day at that time. Okay, then next class will be on. Yes. Someone was saying something. Okay, next class will be on 4 p.m. tomorrow.